Hi everyone, it's me, Mrs. Doe, and I hope that you all are having a wonderful day wherever you are. I do want to thank all of my new subscribers for watching my videos and seeing enough interest to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I have one particular subscriber, Patshana Nikio, who asked a question after watching my last video, which was the rant about my salon visit and review and about the stylist helper that was combining my locks without my knowledge on a slide, trying to be slick with it, moving so fast. But I'm fine. All is well after that event. None of my locks are stuck together. I took down that style after about 2 weeks and I made sure that I separated all of my locks. I did find a few that were still combined at the roots, but I was gentle enough to go ahead and undo what that person did without my knowledge. So it's all good. I'm okay. Pashona asked a question about how long did it take me to completely do my hair, and I'm looking at the question on the screen. How long did it take you to completely do your hair? And she wanted me to post a Q&A about it. So I haven't really prepared much, but I am familiar with that experience. So what happened with this time around, this is my second set of locks. I call them micro-locs or mini-locs, specifically because I started them with mini twists. There are some, when I first started, that I actually started interlocking, and I don't know how well you can see the pattern there, but that is interlocked. Most of these in the front were interlocked, but I was about 7 months pregnant. I was tired all the time, and I just didn't feel like, looping through the air with my hands in the air for so long for all of these small locks, and I wanted them small. So what I did was begin to twist them. And you can still see the twist. So that's actually one thing that some may consider a downside or a con to starting your locks with twists. And it's the same thing for someone that may have braid locks, that may have started their hair with braids, is that it takes a long time, if they ever do, go away. I know with interlocking, you can see some of the pattern, and it sometimes will look like some sort of braid. However, with my first set of locks, even though I started with interlocks, eventually it all started to just look like a lock. But at the ends of my hair, you can see they're curly. They're still twists, which I don't mind. I'm not that particular, especially if it's up in a style, or normally I have it crinkled, and it all blends together. I'm not that picky about it. What I was picky about was wanting small locks. I wanted them to be pretty much the same size all over my head. I didn't want to go to anyone that would do them smaller around the edges and then cheat when they got to the middle, to make it faster of a process for them, leaving me with larger locks all over. So my hair is pretty much, they're kind of small, and they're pretty much the size all the way through. That's two. I wanted to be really consistent with the parting. So as far as how long it took me to completely do my hair, Patshana, when I started, it took me about a week. And that is a really long time. Only because I was home, I was pregnant, and I was out on disability prior to my maternity leave. And I wasn't feeling very well, and I had this huge puff that I didn't want to twist up or braid up every night, only to take down in the morning to look, decent with my loose natural hair. Locks were something that I've tried before, and I love them. I've had all different types of hairstyles, from relaxers, jerk curl, way back in the day, braids, twists, wigs, weaves. I've done it all, from platinum blonde color to jet black, natural color. So my comfort zone, where I feel most comfortable, where I feel the most free, is with my locks. I always say that my locks give me freedom, you know? So it took about a week. Now, what I did do to make sure that it came out the way I wanted it to is I parted my hair into quadrants where I had a part down the middle and then from ear to ear. So I had like two front sections and two back sections. And I started on the back on the right side. And what I would do is take a rat tail comb, part my hair, go ahead and put the locks in and go all the way up. And then when I got to the other side, I wouldn't start from the side of my neck to part towards the middle. I would start in the middle and part towards my ear, starting wherever I left off on the right side to make sure that same part went straight across, straight across. And if I had 8 locks at the bottom on this side, I would make sure I had 8 locks on the bottom on that side. And I would do the same thing. And then when I got to the sides, as you can see, this is pretty much how I do my hair when I retwist too. I'll hold it out and then you can just part it. One row, another row, another row. So just like that. Same thing to make sure that on this side I wanted to have the same amount of rows, so I was very careful to make sure that it was matched up. Same thing here. You can see through them. One row, there's another row, and you just go straight down, straight through. You can see there. It's another row. So my parts are pretty much even, or it's what we call the grid. You know, some people that have sister locks or nappy locks or any type of locks where you are specific about your parting, you're specific about the pattern or the base, it's called a grid. So that was the most thing that was important to me, and that's why I really took my time. And yes, one whole long week, all 7 days, only about an hour or two per day, because I still had children at home and I wasn't feeling well. So to answer your question, that's how long it took me to completely do my hair. Now, if you're home or you have time or you want to dedicate a few hours on the weekend, it's definitely possible. When I had my loose natural hair, I used to do mini twists all the time, which is one of the reasons I decided to go ahead and lock my hair again. Same thing before. I used to always get micro-locs, only to, you know, take it out after a while, relax my hair, and put the weave back in it. So I was like, I may as well just do locks. I like the look. So instead of having to deal with the loose natural hair, to wash it, condition it, do the mini twist on it, leave it in for a couple weeks and take it down and then do it all over again, I was like, look, I'm locking my hair, and it works for me. So Pat Shauna, I hope this answers your question. If you have any other questions, please feel free to email me at itsme.mrsdoe01@gmail.com, and I will get back to you. Thanks for listening to this video, and thank you all for subscribing again. It's me, Mrs. Doe, and I'll talk to y'all later.